For years, there have been complaints of a bloated cabinet costing taxpayers millions in salaries. Testifying before the parliamentary committee investigating allegations of corruption in the criminal justice system, Deputy Police Minister Cassel Mathale said they still don't have any specific roles assigned to them since the appointment over a year ago. And this sparked a raging debate on the necessity of having deputy ministers from some parliamentarians. Now echoing the same sentiments, MKP MP Sibonelo Nomvalo was unrelenting on the importance of the deputy ministers.
You have spent 12 months in office with no delegated functions, because that indirectly means that you add no value to the minister's work.
One of the critics of the creation of deputy ministers' position is Dennis Bloom from the Activist and Citizen Forum. In the past, Bloom charged that deputy ministers are just a waste of money, insisting that South Africans don't even know some of these deputy ministers. With Cassel Mathale's latest revelations at the Ad Hoc Committee, Bloom says he's vindicated.
I have said many a times that the country doesn't need any deputy ministers. I want to repeat, I don't even know some of these deputy ministers, and I don't know what they are doing.
Leadership and governance expert from Wits Business School, Professor Mazumajole, weighed in arguing that it's just an unnecessary balancing political act, and deputy ministers are needed in some departments and not all.
It is always said that a minister is a political head. Now you ask yourself, and what is the deputy minister? So are they both political heads? Even though, as we know, the deputy ministers are not cabinet members. That is why you'll find that if there is a minister from a certain department is on leave or it's away, constitutionally, you can't take the deputy minister to act. You still have to find another minister from another department to act while there is a deputy minister in that department. So you can see that really the positions are not there to make any value.
He further said there could be a restructuring in departments where heads of departments, directors, deputy directors are used as they are the ones doing the job anyway. He conceded that cabinet was bloated.
Rather have one minister, a very good minister for that particular department or so-called political head, but beef up the officials. So find a very good and capable and competent and diligent Director General or SOD, and also find very good Deputy Director Generals who will support the Director General.
Currently, South Africa has 32 ministers and 42 deputy ministers drawn from some political parties out of the 10 in the Government of National Unity. Nhlanhla Khatlani, SABC News, Johannesburg.
And what a time it's been. It's coming up for 14 minutes after 10 o'clock this Friday morning. We just want to take you to our developing story unfolding at the Houghton Hotel in Johannesburg. That's where we're anticipating Deputy President Paul Mashatile to address the inaugural Youth Investment Indaba. These are live visuals we're beaming to you from the venue in Johannesburg, where the Deputy President has just walked in. No overstating the importance of a gathering like this, given the staggering youth unemployment figures in South Africa, which have been described, by the way, for decades now as a ticking time bomb. The real question, of course, will be whether or not this particular gathering will lead to any kind of material outcome in a context where more and more even well-educated young people, for lack of a better term, are struggling to find a job. As soon as the Deputy President takes to the podium, we'll certainly take you live to that indaba. In the interim, let's take you to the country's capital, where the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial is once again back in session. We are, of course, at the stage where the defense has started presenting their own evidence in the High Court in Pretoria. Accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, is still on the stand. He's denied using a traditional healer, while the state says he identified a key location after his arrest. That cross-examination is still ongoing. Let's listen in.
I was then forced to sign because I was protecting my life.
So what you describe as Colonel Khadebe having forced you to sign the document was him giving you the documents to sign?